With 21?
With 22.
22. Okay. Artillery is 5?
Art.
Or is artillery 4?
1 second. Artillery is 4.
Okay. So I'll do 1 infantry, 1 artillery 3 times each in Cheonan. Or, yeah, Cheonan.
Okay.
And then 1 supply will be there as well. And that should bring me to 22.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I don't think you have any combat that you can really do.
no, not as them. No.
I might have to edit this a little bit. This video might already be going pretty long.
Split it into 2.
Probably. But that's
Okay,
okay.
then you're going to do China? Because I think that's pretty much my turn. Nothing I can really do.
Okay, so then 1 second. I will drop these guys into Chonan.
Excellent.
Okay, and then so did you zeroed out, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, then for China, yeah, I'll just quickly do China. And then okay, so China for 10. I think I'll just have to do another fighter. Yeah. Let's do another fighter and that'll be it for that'll be it for that'll be it for China.
What I
All
find
right.
really annoying is that NATO fighters can't. The way NATO spawns, there's no way for me to really launch them into combat right away because there's no supply.
Yeah.
And to like the way the IPC is set up, the only way for me to get supply so that NATO aircraft can fly in is to literally sacrifice an aircraft. 1 turn.
Hmm.
So
Well, remember you don't need supply for aircraft attacks.
I thought I did still.
No, you don't. You don't need aircraft for supply attacks, or you don't need supply for air attacks.
Supply attacks. Tell me more about this rule. I like the idea of supply
Well, no,
attacks.
I mean the only attack. Well, no, you can only make attack against ground troops. You can't destroy supply. You can either, you can basically only capture it. Oh yeah,
What if I wanted to destroy
you
it?
can only capture supply.
Lame. I want to attack with supply. How much damage does supply do?
Huh.
All right. In that case, so is that China's turn?
Yeah.
All right. There's normal 2 NATO aircraft.
Okay.
The bomber is going to bomb the Seoul factory. Surprise, surprise. There's no aircraft to really counter that.
Okay. 1 second. All right, and I don't have a AAA there, so you'll get a free bombing run on that.
And then the 6 NATO aircraft that can attack are going to attack these guys,
Okay.
which is 2 mech, 2 artillery, and then.
Well, you only have 3 NATO aircraft or 3 UN aircraft.
Oh, that's right. I lost 1. But I have 5. The ones that just spawned, they should be able to make it.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then the bomber. So let's start with the bomber. There's a dice right here. If you want to go ahead
What's
and
this?
roll
Where are
them.
these guys here?
They are waiting to be put onto the map. Those are what
Gotcha.
you purchased. So there's a dice right here if you want to roll that for the
I see that
bomber.
now. It just sank right through the map. 5.
That barely rolled.
Fine. 3.
3. Okay, so that's 3 damage to the Soul Factory. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll do combat over here. So that'll be, so you'll roll 5 dice at, you'll roll 5, oh, sorry. What am I doing? You'll roll 5 dice at 5. I mean, you could have used red, but
There it
1,
is.
2, 3,
4
so
hits.
4 hits.
Where
So,
was that during the soul fight?
and then I'll roll Okay, then on the defense, my artillery defends on a 4. So that's 2 artillery at 4. Nothing. And then
I
my
like that.
mech defends at 4 as well. Oh, so I could have just rolled 4 dice.
I like that
Misses.
too.
Okay, well, so there's that. And then um let's see here. All right, I think that's all your UN attacks. So then where do you want to put your UN aircraft?
2
Well,
aircraft on the carrier.
okay, wait, and then since supply trucks don't have any combat value, he's automatically destroyed, just like sea transports.
Yep. He gets strafed.
Yep. And then, so where do you want to put these guys?
3 aircraft back to the factory. The 2 fighters, new ones go on the carrier.
Okay. And then deploying these 2 here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that'll be
That should,
pass turn to the U.S., I think.
all right, so passing over to the U.S. Okay. So you'll have 51 because you saved one last turn. Because I thought supply trucks were worth 5, but they're actually worth 4. Mech are
Okay.
worth 5.
I will. And where are my purchases that will come in this turn?
Right here.
Okay, gotcha. Bunch of infantry.
So that's it's 6 infantry, 3 tank destroyers, a supply truck, and 3 supply.
Okay, we're gonna do. How much is a transport?
A transport is 7.
Okay, we'll do. I have 3 or 4
You have
in the
3
U.S.
transports right now.
We'll do 1 more,
Okay.
and then so that's 7. So that brings me down to 43. I will do infantry, artillery, infantry, artillery, infantry, artillery. 21. Hold on. So 21 plus 7, 28. I have 32 remaining. We're gonna do 2 fighters.
Wait, how many infantry and artillery combos are you doing?
3 sets. So that's 7 each. So 21 plus another 7 for the transport. That's
Okay, so
28.
you're doing 3 infantry.
3 artillery.
Okay. And then uh, okay, 2 infantry, 3 infantry, 3 artillery, and then you said 2 fighters?
2 fighters. Yep. And that brings me to 48, and then 2 supply.
Okay. And then I'll just do that. Whoops.
Okay, that should be it for purchases.
Okay.
What are these guys here?
Those are guys. Those are still ground forces on Tsushima. You have 2 supply trucks, a AAA, and 4 supplies sitting on Tsushima.
All right. Well, I want the AAA up with that U.S. force up here.
All right. So, are you good? Are you first off? Are you doing any combat?
I'm thinking about that. First off, the bomber's going.
Okay. So, if you want, all right. So you're gonna bomb Seoul again.
Yeah, I'm bombing the
All
Seoul.
right.
Yep.
So if you want to come over and roll that damage dice because Seoul is undefended right now. Oh, get out
I'll
of
take that.
here.
I can roll that more. It barely rolled.
Okay.
I'll take it. 8's max anyway, isn't it?
10 is max.
Okay, I'll take it.
So wait, that was 3.
So plus 5 is 8.
5. Okay, so that's 8. And then
What do you have as far as forces on Seoul right now?
I have 11 infantry, 4 artillery, 4 mechs, 2 Katyushas, 3 light tanks, 2 tank destroyers, and 8 medium tanks.
Okay. Task Force Smith. So I don't have enough to attack yet, but Task Force Smith, in this which is in this factory here, is going to move up and join these guys here.
Okay.
And can they take any supply with them?
Yes, you have. You can
Oh, it
take
doesn't
one.
matter though. They can take from an adjacent anyway, so there's no point in them
Well,
taking supply.
no, because if you go to attack Seoul, it doesn't count, and the territory you're attacking has to be adjacent to where the supply is.
I see. In that case, yeah. So, how many
So,
supply can I bring with?
one.
Then I guess I'm bringing one. The helicopter is going to drop off another one.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, okay. And then the helicopter is going to. So one of the helicopters from Busan is going to come up and
One of?
drop.
I thought I only had one.
You have two.
Both helicopters are.
Okay, so then you'll bring. So both your helicopters from Busan. So 1 second here. I got to do some mental gymnastics here. So. All right, so wait. Hold on. So that's 6. So that's going to be 4 tokens left in Busan. And 2 for Task Force Smith and the First Corps here in Osan. Okay.
Oh crap! Is this guy alone?
No, that's my Soul Force. Like, it's just 2 supply trucks in Seoul,
Okay,
along
gotcha.
with the full Soul Force.
What's this here?
This is Pyongyang.
That is Pyongyang. Okay. My fighters are actually going to attack this gentleman. Sorry, I
Okay.
forgot I can do that right here.
Okay.
Do I have supply for that?
It's an air attack. You don't need supply.
Dang it! I keep forgetting that. Yes.
So then just roll 4 for. You'll roll 4 for 5. And
Yep.
then I'll roll. And then I roll
So I
1.
need red dice here. Okay, so
And
4
then
for
I'll
5.
roll. And then I roll 1 for 3.
To everyone watching, I apologize. Remember, I'm looking at basically a blank sheet and trying to go off of memory here. Well, I
And your
see
aircraft missed.
nothing.
And then I roll 1 for 3.
That's one hit.
Hey! Alright, I got
I
one
am
of your
going to keep
aircraft.
going.
Okay, 1 second.
Nope. Go away.
Okay, so now you'll roll
There it is.
3. Okay. And then I'll roll again. And I rolled a 3. So I lost my infantry, but I took 2 of your aircraft with.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of an ouch, but now this is all kind of open.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. I mean, you kind of did a non-combat before a combat, but whatever.
Like I said, I'm looking at a blank sheet here, so
That's
I'm
true.
kind of. So like, again, everyone watching, I apologize. I'm kind of half guessing and half going off of memory of the map here. On that note, that will be past turn.
Okay, so
I don't
1 second.
think there's anything else
Let's.
I can do.
Uh,
Bring
well,
2 more supply.
1 second.
Oh, right. I said the ships. I didn't mention the ships we're going to go and pick up the AA.
Okay. So the AA will come up to Chunchan.
Yep, the supply truck and supply will go to Seoul. So that should be 1 supply ship should be able to be left behind to do that.
Well, you have 3 supply ships, so you used 1 to grab the AAA and bring it up to
Yes.
Chunchan. You're going to use another one to bring a supply truck and a supply up to Seoul.
Okay. And
So
there's 1 more supply truck?
yes, there is 1 more supply truck and 3 supply on Tsushima.
Can all those fit in 1 transport?
Yeah, no. You could only do the supply truck and one supply. Or no, or is it? Hold on.
There's no way it's only one because you can carry
No, it's
four.
two. Sorry, it's two. It's two.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take the last supply truck and 2 supply. We'll go up with the Americans up here. I gotta find a task force name for them. Give me a second. I'll think of one.
Well,
That last supply will go over here to Seoul.
oh come
Sorry,
on.
wrong gang. Pusan. Holy crap.
Well, let's see here. For Chun, you have, you could do Rock First Corps, Rock Second, Rock Third, U.S. Ninth, or U.S. 10th Corps.
I don't want to give them a core yet. They're not big enough for a core.
Well,
There's not much work to do
your
with task force
your task force Smith guys are assigned to First Corps.
I know. It bothers me. I want to get at least one more turn's worth of guys in there before I call them a corps. It's more like a brigade,
That's
maybe a
fair.
division. Uh, you know what? They're Task Force North. They are
Okay.
definitely the most northern unit.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. So wait, what were you? So wait, 1 second. All right, so there's still a supply. Wait, where was that other supply truck going again?
To Task Force North,
Okay.
along with 2 supply.
Okay. Yeah. All
The
right,
other
I got that.
truck and 2 supply
And then that other supply. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're all good now. Okay. So Tsushima's finally cleared out. You have a transport here. Okay.
Task Force Smith, Task Force North, and then yeah, we have remnants of what was the
The
Republic of Korea First Corps,
well, yeah,
First Army.
First Corps.
Essentially,
I mean, you
they're a
just
broken division now.
yeah, it's the the capital division has 1 infantry regiment and the headquarters regiment.
It's all right. We'll come back from this.
Yeah.
Okay, that I think will be past turn.
All right, 1 second. So we will deploy these guys over onto 8th Army in Busan. These guys will come here for the build queue. And all right, that zeroed out the Americans. All right, going up to the scoreboard. North Korea's leading, or the communists are leading 36-22. We are moving on to turn 4, which is January of 1951. And let's see here real quick. It is the advanced game, so 1 second. Where, or is that over here? Where is that? Where the heck did I put it? Oh, here we go. All right. We do have to roll 1d6 before we start for the harsh winter weather effects. So I will let you roll this one. 4. All right, so winter has set in. All combat and non-combat movements are reduced to just 1, or are reduced by 1. So pretty much all units can only move 1 space, and supply trucks can move 2 instead of 3. Air and naval are not affected by winter weather. It's just ground movements.
Well. That helps me a lot more than it helps you.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Tell me more.
Okay, so it's the end of this turn. No, I haven't held Seoul for 1 complete turn yet, so we cannot start the counter for Chinese intervention for holding Seoul. We cannot start that yet. So, that is going to be it for turn 3, and we will see you guys next time for turn 4. So until then, guys, as always, take care.